Lauren London.
Ugh.
Horrible thing that happened to her, obviously.
Yeah.
Just in general, I mean, just the things that she's had to go through have been
Especially
crazy.
in the media.
Wait, hold on. Wasn't Lauren London before Nipsey? She used to be with somebody else who died? Or am I tripping about that?
I don't know.
I know she was with somebody before Nipsey Hussle, who I think was really. Can you look it up?
Yeah.
Can you put who Lauren London dated before Nipsey Hussle? Because I think it was a very big person who might have also actually died. Now that I think about it, because if that's true, then that would be really like
sad.
Yeah, which would only add to what we're gonna talk about with Lauren London, because people are fucking wilding on the internet. Let's see what Google says. Does it say anything?
She was engaged to Lil Wayne.
Oh, never mind.
She dated Trey Songz.
Yeah. So she's, I mean, she's a known person. She's a celebrity.
She dated
at this point.
Trey.
Listen, she's beautiful. I don't doubt that.
She was engaged to Lil Wayne for 2 years.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, well, yeah, so whatever. It didn't add really anything to the point I'm trying to make, but whatever. Just a little bit more background on Lauren
Diddy
London.
too. Yo, Diddy.
You know who dated Diddy as well? Lori Harvey. You know who else Lori Harvey dated?
Diddy's son.
Bro, there might be some validity to this Oedipus shit, bro.
People
with Lori Harvey. There might be some Oedipus shit with Harvey. I mean, yeah, with Lori Harvey. Because first she dates Diddy, then she dates her son, and then she dates Steve Harvey, who reminds her of her dad. It's got to be something wild in there.
It's not reminds her, but he does look like her dad.
Well, there's no way he doesn't remind her of her if he looks like him.
I know.
You know what I mean? That's another topic. I talked about that before, but that could be a whole other topic.
Well, I feel like it's very disrespectful for people to just keep bringing Lauren into this stuff.
Well, let me explain the situation. So obviously, Lauren London was, I don't know if they were married or they were just together. Lauren London and Nipsey Hussle, and obviously Nipsey Hussle was killed. R.I.P. Rest in peace.
Right.
There was a rumor that came out this past week that apparently she was pregnant. Yeah. And people kind of ran with that, like the internet does. They just assume. They're just like, oh, this has to be true, so we're just assuming. And they just kind of ran with it. And Lauren London eventually came out and said, yeah, that's not true. I was
like, what the hell is wrong with y'all?
Yeah, like, this isn't true. But even if it was, I don't know if she said this, but I'm saying this. Even if she was, she's got to move on at a certain point. I mean, what the fuck? Is she just going to...
What are y'all going to do? Anyways, what y'all going to do? Beat him up?
Who?
Beat up the guy she dating?
Exactly.
Beat up the guy who got...
Yeah, what are you going to do?
What are y'all going to do?
I thought you were getting... What are you going to do? Shoot your shot at Lauren London?
On some Trey Rag shit.
Yeah.
What are you going to do about it?
Yeah, what
do you do if I don't give you this?
Yeah. What I wish I had that dramatic music. That shit is so fucking funny. That fucking music they plays in the background. Dun,
so what are you going to do about it?
Dun, dun. It's like so dramatic. It's hilarious.
Like,
But yeah, exactly. It's like, exactly. They're not going to do anything about it. But also, like, are you saying that she just can't ever move on? It's like ridiculous.
So damn, if my nigga die, I'm with him.
You're stuck forever.
Exactly.
That's crazy. That can only happen maybe if you're like 80, but even then, you can still go outside, be Tinder. With some. Yeah, exactly.
There's sugar mama, sugar
exactly.
Cougars.
That's crazy. The fact that people were mad that she possibly could have moved on.
I mean,
if
she could.
The pregnancy thing is interesting, though.
Just in general, she can move on. Of all things, why lie and say that she's pregnant?
Yeah, well, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm heading to. I think that might be a little bit more interesting if it was true that she was pregnant. Obviously, she can move on with whoever, but it brings the societal rules as to like what's the appropriate amount of time until you move on.
Your grace period.
The grace period, exactly. So, like, what is a grace period if you're like your husband or like somebody you dated?
If you're widowed.
Yeah, if you're widowed. I don't actually know. I know there is one because I don't think you can.
People be saying like 5 years.
Interesting.
My grace period is after the funeral. You gotta move on sometimes.
Yeah, the grace period. Yeah, that's funny.
Then you just go with his best friend.
just
carried the casket.
You just gotta see who goes to see him at the casket. Yeah, I was like, oh, let me see.
The pallbearer.
You gotta count.
Then you get the pallbearer right after. There's a show on Netflix.
Bliss on Amazon. You know that wasn't a show. That was a movie. Last week you were like, "This is a show on Amazon called Bliss."
I thought it was a movie.
No, you said a show. You said a show. You want me to pull up the clip?
No.
Oh, I don't have the clip.
There's a show on Netflix. I don't even remember what
Bridgerton?
No.
Oh.
It's weird.
What is it about?
It's about this kid who comes back to life. This is white show. I don't know why.
Is it dark?
This during Black History Month. But he
yeah, why are you watching a white show during Black History Month? That's fucked up.
It was stupid but addicting. Very strangely addicting.
And it was a movie, you said?
It's a show.
It's a show.
And the main guy, he reminded me of like Dewey from Malcolm in the Middle, just strange face. But it was very like chaotic but like very intriguing.
What was it about? So it was about he came back to life.
This guy, him and his ex-girlfriend when they were like kids, he gave her this chain, and then it was like this linking chain. He got it from some metaphysical shop. Yeah. And I guess he died doing something stupid. He was spray painting something on a billboard and he fell and trying to take a selfie. Okay. And then he came back to life after they buried him when she put the necklace back on.
Oh, okay.
So I don't
So what did you bring up that show again?
What were we talking about?
We're talking about Lauren London. The grace period of someone who's widowed.
Oh, yeah.
Because they touch about that in the show, I imagine.
Yeah, so like
she had moved on. Oh, I think I know what show you're talking about.
Okay, at the funeral, it was after the funeral. It was like when they're the after pass or whatever. I guess this guy who tutored him, the girl that he gave the necklace to, she had a crush on the guy.
I know this show. I don't know what it's called either, but I know this is a show that came out. Yes,
and so
it was just an interesting premise. I remember.
Yeah. So
like, what do you do?
So he asked her out at his repass.
Oh fuck.
Grace period was after the funeral.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there we go. That's what we were talking about. Yeah, the grace period. I was gonna say maybe we need to get rid of that 5-year shit. Maybe it should just be when you're over.
Yeah, when you.
Right? Shouldn't it just be like when
everybody tries to have like a statistical times on stuff like.
And people.
Yeah, you should be over this in about like 3 months.
Yeah, people deal with grief differently. Like there's somebody who can be over at the funeral, somebody who may never remarry again. Yeah. You don't know. You know what I mean? There's different shit. Like people might.
Like there's very different types because like even me like in grief, I take it to the chin and then
try to move on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. There's people like that. There's people that don't even
and then it comes back in like a whole year later. Yeah. Just after I fucking stubbed my toe or something, I'm just like, fuck, they died.
I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember what show or what movie I was watching, but it was something like somebody kept ignoring it, and then they like
couldn't ignore it no more.
Yeah, that is the thing.
It eats at you, man. Yeah. You have to do your shadow work.
Every secret has a specific weight to them. That's a quote from In and of Itself, which I've told you to watch at least 5 times. Yeah. Telling you it's amazing. It's about identity and about how secrets can fuck you up and how identity can affect you. He should have never told me
the first thing it was a magic show.
I know, but he's a magician and there's magic tricks, but the whole point, hey, guess what? I'm going to try to sell you right now live on the podcast. Hopefully this gets you. The reason why the magic part is important, because think about it. What are magic tricks?
Secrets.
Illusions. What's identity? An illusion.
Secret.
Jesus, come on! I'm gonna lead you to the answer. You it's all a secret. And I'm just like, it's all a secret. It's all a secret.
I'm blind.
But I'm just saying. Now you understand the connection. It's like the whole show is about identity, and identity is an illusion.
You sold it to me. I'm gonna watch it.
I did.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably not. I don't think so. I won't believe it until like you like say.
Until I like call you. I'm like, oh my god, this show.
It's amazing. It's literally one of the deepest things I've ever seen in my life. Because again, like I said, identity is just one of those. All right, whatever. This is something we could be talking about on the podcast. Yes, Lauren London, she can move on.
Of course.
All right, next. Next topic. I wanted to talk about the weekend Super Bowl shit, but you didn't want to see it, so it is what it is. So we're not gonna talk about that.
No, I can't. About Mr. Weekend.
No, I don't. Mr. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Is Friday part of the weekend now? Is it or is it not?
Man, it's part of my weekend.
Right, exactly.
Whether
yeah.
This is my I remember I said I am the universe experiencing itself.
You are. And it's the only thing you won't experience is the weekend's performance in and of itself. But everything else, you experience.
Oh, that's a 10 out of 10 how you brought that back.
I'm a fucking genius. All right, guys, let's talk about... I'm bugging.
He's bugging, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh.
It's hilarious, bro. I love that. I love just telling people I'm a genius because that's the word. That's the most. It couldn't be anything more ridiculous than
that's
saying
the most non-genius thing.
Which also, I mean,